The following is a presentation of the ForceCenter podcast feed.
As Obi-Wan Kenobi once said, hello there, and welcome to Databank Brawl, the podcast where we learn about Star Wars characters, discuss them, share our feelings, and then make those characters fight for our amusement, and hopefully yours as well. I'm your host. My name is Joseph Scrimshaw. With me, as always, is a whole lot of whiskey, and also plenty of Ken Napzok.
Hey, happy to be here. Happy to have our friend Whiskey back. And, we got a T-shirt of it now, so
Yeah.
we have to.
We're committed now. We've been having some different recording times. We've been having some early morning recordings where a line that even we cannot cross. But now, we're into the beautiful far reaches of the afternoon. So good old Whiskey is back. And yes, we have a new shirt that we should talk about. Good friend of the podcast, Brian Ward, great designer. Sometimes he just sees a tweet and he goes nuts and goes, I'll design that real quick because the design flows freely through me.
Yeah.
We saw one. It's like, let's do that. We want to add that to our TeePublic store. It's called Whiskey Jedi. It says, and a whole lot of whiskey. And Brian basically illustrated a Jedi that has a nice glass of whiskey for a head.
Yeah, and it's canon in my head.
Absolutely.
This is if you can have a Jackson the rabbit, we can eggs coming out of egg creatures in Poe Dameron and space whales. I want a Whiskey Jedi.
Absolutely. That is canon, and it can be yours. Just go visit our TeePublic page, and you can just search for ForceCenter, and you will find it. But that is TeePublic. This is not TeePublic Brawl. This is Databank Brawl, so we're going to get right into picking some characters from the StarWars.com databank, telling you about them, talking about them, and then making them fight. Ken, are you and your whiskey ready for our first combatant?
Absolutely, sir.
Excellent. It is someone who has actually, this is fun, has made an appearance in Databank, but was not the main character, so didn't actually get to do any fighting. And a character that I think is pretty close to your heart, Ken, and that is Cin Drallig.
Yes, absolutely. We got some prequel Jedi action.
That's right. Here is what the StarWars.com databank has to say. The official truth about Cin Drallig. An esteemed Jedi Master and a swordsman of great skill, Cin Drallig was the head of security for the Jedi Temple on Coruscant. He is in command of the Temple Guard assignments and also serves as a lightsaber instructor, as all veteran Jedi are encouraged to pass on what they have learned to a new generation of Padawan learners. Though it smacks of disrespect, Drallig has earned the unflattering nickname of the Troll among the Order. I love the databank entries that have to dance.
Yeah.
Like, well, this is a canon thing that he's called the Troll. It seems like a jerk move for the Jedi.
Those Jedi, man, those Jedi. So I like this character. I like that you brought him in here because I think he deserves to have his due.
Yeah, he's a really, really cool character. The prequels are rich with characters that you just want to spend more time with. And here in the luxury of Databank Brawl, we can spend quality time with Cin Drallig.
Absolutely. Source Bandu, where are you?
A great Scooby-Doo adventure. Source Bandu, where are you? All right, so Ken, why don't you tell us a little bit on Wikipedia, and since this character is close to your heart too, just a little bit about who he actually is.
Absolutely. A human male, 1.74 meters tall, hair dark blonde. I'm looking at the picture. Hey, all right, that's accurate. He's got a Keith Carradine, Chuck Norris vibe. It's different.
He is bemuscled.
Absolutely. Hair, eye color blue, skin color light. He, of course, as we know, is portrayed by the stunt coordinator for the prequel trilogy, Nick Gillard. So awesome in the documentary stuff.
Yeah.
Love watching him in You and get all excited about things related to lightsaber fighting. So as a thank you, they put him in. And he's appeared in Clone Wars, like you said. He's been around. Powers and abilities. He's also in the Canon comic, I forgot. issue 8. Wielder of a green lightsaber. Skilled swordsman uses knowledge of lightsaber combat to train other Jedi. So he knows how to fight. He's probably knows all the forms.
Yeah, for sure he knows the forms. I think he might also appear in the Revenge of the Sith novelization. My memory might be failing me there. But yeah,
correct.
he's such a cool character because I like this character, but I am obsessed in real life, or was, with Nick Gillard.
Yeah, okay.
My early prequel love, like right out of the gate when everybody had problems with the Phantom Menace, I would say it all the time.
Yeah.
But the lightsaber fighting. So then as Attack of the Clones was ramping up, and I would get to see all the behind-the-scenes video with this guy and all the, like, how passionate he was about coming up with a whole philosophy behind the lightsaber fighting. It's always been so cool to me. So then to just transfer that to, like, yeah, he's this guy of just like if a Jedi was walking down the hall and they're like, hey, by the way, you want to see something cool? Here's how we twirl our blades.
Yeah.
In Form 7, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what people think. But Darth Maul. Well, this was Darth Maul.
Yeah.
So hey, Ray Park's got his own skills and didn't come from just straight acting. He brought his own skills into this as well. But hey, Nick put it all together.
That amazing theatricality where they clash, and then they spin, and they're both posed, and that's like a part of the ritual of fighting. Like, thank you, Nick Gillard, for that.
Yes.
You should be honored with the role of Cin Drallig.
Yeah, and I like that he's in charge of the Jedi Temple Guard. He's like the security director of the Jedi Temple, and I can respect that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And with one of the things I've always admired about Star Wars is that Luke, our great hero, is not this super buff guy. And Jedi are, diminutive green guys and big wobbly heads like Yarl Poof. And he's the one who's just like, hello, here, I am a He-Man action figure. And the way he's portrayed is just busting at the seams with big old Jedi muscles.
Yeah, and we always, if we can, try to throw a quote in there from the character or about the character. And this one is from Cin Drallig himself to Samo Quid. Safety is a flexible concept. Okay.
Ooh.
Let's mule over that one.
Yeah, absolutely. And his Padawan was Zet, right?
Yes. Zet Zukasa, right? Which is why did he appear in that episode?
He did. He was rowing on a lake on Naboo, I think, while Zet was fighting a shack.
That's right.
This huge, great fighder, Cin Drallig, didn't get a chance to actually fight.
Love it.
Yeah, but he will this time. Do you have any other thoughts? Do you have a theory of why he was called the Troll?
I think it's because he was like the bridge troll to the Jedi temples. How I'm choosing to say. He would sometimes, as you walked in, he'd like appear from the shadows. Who are you? Give me passwords 3, you know, and they'd be like, you're like a
show me your forms.
Yeah, bridge troll, man.
Nice. You had to get past him. He's a bruiser. He's a troll. That is awesome. All right, well, I think we're ready then to move on to our next combatant.
Absolutely, let's do it.
Now, this is always the challenge. I want to include Jedi, but you have to have somebody that the Jedi can fight. In this episode, I don't know if I did a great job picking somebody who can truly step up to the Jedi, so we will have to tell a fascinating story to make this an even fight.
Yeah.
Cin Drallig will be facing BD-3000 Luxury Droids. Well-known, beloved character, BD-3000 Luxury Droids.
Right.
Here's what StarWars.com Databank has to say. BD-3000 Luxury Droids were used across the galaxy as a luxury attendant during the era of the Galactic Republic. During the Clone Wars, Senator Amidala used one as a decoy to help stave off an assassination attempt by Aurra Sing on the planet Alderaan. Other senators and dignitaries used them as everything from escorts to office aides. They have a chromatic complexion and come in the form of shapely humanoid females. So these are a deep cut. A weird deep cut from the old databank.
Yes.
You're looking at the pictures, aren't you?
Well, I'm looking at the pictures. Yes. When you say deep cut, this is a deep cut. However, the appearances are many.
Yeah, mostly in the Clone Wars animated series?
Yep.
Okay, so they must have been like a background character that just got featured a lot and only really got highlighted in that one arc.
Yes. Interesting. Appeared in Dark Disciple, which we know as a novel that came from Clone Wars scripts that were unproduced. And that's where it was first identified as BD-3000.
So just in the background is shapely droids.
Yeah. Also appeared in Revenge of the Sith.
Ooh.
So we'll have to really press pause to find that one. Leia, Princess of Alderaan, they're mentioned, and some other little stories. Recipe for Death and High Noon on Jakku.
Excellent. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So can you give a nice, you always give the stats. So give us the stats, but then give us a nice, flavorful description of what they truly look like.
How dare you, sir. All right, yes. Height, 1.76 meters. So with Cin Drallig's 1.74, we have a pretty even fight. Generally feminine programming, from what we know here, and it has affiliations, which you already kind of... we'd know from what you said, Galactic Republic, Trade Federation, Confederacy of Independent Systems during the Clone War era. These droids were used a lot by a lot of different people. We have the appearance. So the appearance is take the fembots from Austin Powers and combine them with a protocol droid. And one of those freaky news stories where you see out of Japan, a robot locks itself in and refuses to come out. And you're like, what's happening? Robots are taking over the world. This is what we got. This is like Ex Machina meets Austin Powers.
Yeah, and a real step into the absurd that Clone Wars animated series did sometimes. This is a 3PO's face with a bob cut, right? This is...
Oh, yeah, I forgot to describe the bob cut. Yes, that's a bob cut.
A mechanical hair, like Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, this is... you almost wonder if... over in Rebels with the gosh, that character's name who's the female villain? Why am I forgetting that?
Oh, her. Yes, her. Yeah, of course. See, this is why it's okay to drink whiskey.
Yes, this is why noon whiskey
is just fine to drink. Governor Price. Arianda Price. Oh gosh, it came out like an explosion.
Good thing I don't have any big Star Wars trivia battles coming up soon.
But we're both going to know if it comes up.
Arinda Price.
BD-3000 Luxury Droid will kill that.
We always look at her as being Cate Blanchett's character from Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, which might be the real world inspiration.
Oh yeah, 2008 it tracks.
Right, but maybe Arinda Price is like, you know what I'd like to look like? The luxury droids.
Give me one of those luxury droid haircuts. I like that. I think we should make that our headcanon, that the droids popularized this haircut.
Absolutely.
And then humans are like, cool.
Like the Jennifer Aniston cut of the mid-90s, this is a luxury droid cut.
I would like not the Rachel, but the BD-3000. Could you give me the BD-3000? That's so great.
Absolutely.
All right, how do you feel, Ken? How do you feel about the BD-3000 luxury droid?
Confused. I feel fine. You know what's funny? I've been intending to sit down and rewatch the Clone Wars again. Mm-hmm. I've watched each episode several times, but sometimes you want to sit down and take in the little things. And the Clone Wars is a rich tapestry of deep canon cuts, and I love that they appear on the databank, which is interesting to me that they're now this, and the fact that this droid appeared in Revenge of the Sith. I tell you right now, I have no idea where. If it is it in the background with Baron Papanoidea and in a
probably. I mean, there's an old joke of it's so rich, there's so much going on, and people make fun of that, but it's true.
Yeah.
If you want to spot a BD-3000, you got to have eagle eyes, right?
So I'm excited to see what this character will do in battle. Confused because before this moment, I didn't really know this character existed.
Yeah. I think this character points to, and we'll see, where this goes in the battle. I probably won't focus on it too much. This character does speak to this unaddressed thing in Star Wars, which eventually I think will start to be addressed in the novels. That many species seem to think that the humanoid shape is attractive. That all species seem to think that Twi'lek women, one would imagine Twi'lek men as well, are attractive.
Right.
So the idea that this BD-3000 is built to be like, hey, would you like to feel relaxed?
Right.
Well, here's a shapely humanoid female. She's got the Rachel.
Look at the gams on that droid.
Look at her metal gams. Yeah, those metal legs go on forever. No, really, they extend farther. They can extend farther if you'd like a taller. But the idea of that, that also speaks to me of George Lucas's interest, especially during the Clone Wars when he gets to pursue all of his interests.
Yeah.
And his interest of the sort of the picture of the Republic is the decline. Mm-hmm. So they're ambiguous, luxury, so it could be for just lonely old lonely old Authorians to talk to. Could be for just, hey, somebody's going to Canto Bite and wants to look fancy, and it's got these, like, maybe they're great to talk to, they give massages, whatever, but they're sort of like almost gross decadence.
This exactly. This is a Canto Bite luxury type of thing here. And very 1950s sci-fi to me, which also connects to George's heart as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think they will be a good match for Cin Drallig. So with that, let's fight. So, as always, we like to decide the where, the when. I will say this. I think to make the fight fair, this can be whatever quantity of BD-3000 luxury droids we want. This is not one BD-3000 luxury droid against Cin Drallig. That seems unfair. So I think if we feel like it needs to be a large...
I think I can see how that can work.
Yeah, a battalion of luxury droids.
Battalion of luxury droids.
How much luxury can you handle? Can you handle a battalion?
Yeah. I think this should be on Coruscant. In the catacombs.
Ooh.
The lower levels, but around the Jedi Temple. I think Cin Drallig is a Jedi that takes his duties seriously. And he is not going to be one of the ones like Obi-Wan who would wander off for a drink or something in the city.
Oh, no.
Always on is Cin. He is that bridge troll. He's always there. So I think maybe he's down exploring for some safety checks.
Yeah. I like this idea a lot. Maybe it is even that he has been assigned guard duty because that's kind of who he is. He protects things, right?
Yeah, and I think himself, like he's like, oh, so-and-so's tired. I'll take up the watch tonight.
Yeah. So I think that perhaps he has been assigned to guard a senator.
Okay.
Who's maybe had some threats against their life.
Oh, love it. Yeah.
What species would you like this senator to be, Ken?
This species would be a Pantoran.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Another, not our known Pantoran.
Yes.
Not Chairman Papanoida.
Yes.
But a different Pantoran. How about
chair? It's chairperson. I'm trying to think of a chairperson. Zaprudia.
Zaprudia. Yes. Perhaps you'll get a film that reveals an assassination.
That's where that came from.
Chairperson Zaprudia.
Yeah.
Perfect.
How not to do improv is to look at your blank sheet of paper and try to write notes. Go with your gut instinct, kids. First impulse is correct.
That's right. And I think Chairperson Zaprudia, yes. An assistant to Chairman Papanoida.
Yes.
Has business, and there's been some threats against his life. This is happening more and more in this era of the Republic, where the politics are getting messier and darker, and just like, another senator with their life threatened. Who can take this watch?
Yeah.
And I think another Jedi, maybe Shakti. Maybe Shakti is taking over Cin Drallig's watch. And for tonight, she's the troll. So Cin Drallig can stretch his legs, get down to the base of Coruscant, and go wherever Chairperson Zaprudia takes him.
Yeah.
Now, I think that they go down to, is it a bar? What is this catacomb area like?
It's a very industrial part of the town. A lot of things are made, but like not industrial like big spaceships. But this is where like blaster holsters are made and sold at bulk prices. You got a blaster that needs a holding, you come on down to Blaster Holds. We got you taken care of. It's like, so there's also some restaurants, little eateries. You know, it's like if you're downtown LA and you're drinking and partying with your friends and you turn the corner and there's some, fabric sold here and tacos next door.
Nice.
They're in this kind of industrial commercialized zone.
I think that's perfect. So I think Cin Drallig is doing his duty. I think he is following Chairperson Zaprudia along their business. I think Cin Drallig's trying to be friendly and do some chatting. He's like, I brought this, it's not a lightsaber, but it's a staff that you can use. I can show you how to twirl it a little bit, because Cin Drallig can't stop teaching. can't stop teaching.
Right.
So Chairperson Zaprudia is trying to twirl. This is ugly. But they go to exactly where you described. They go to the Blaster Holders Are Us.
Yes.
And he buys like 20 blaster holders.
Oh, yeah.
And
Good
Cin Drallig
prices.
is like, it's none of my business. I'm just your Jedi protector. But what are those for? And I think Chairperson Zaprudia is like, you will see at our next stop. And next they go to bargain basement programming.
Yes. Oh, yeah. You need a droid? We got yourself an off-brand droid. Brand droids refurbished.
Yep. In fact, standing outside of it, there is a big floating balloon person of a protocol droid. So if you imagine C-3PO, but it's the arms waving, excited, blowing in the little bit of strange wind that is created in these catacombs. This is really cheap. Cin Drallig has a bad feeling about this. Like literally as a Jedi, he feels mistake.
Yeah.
He can't quite put his finger on it, but like this feels wrong. But sure enough, Chairperson Zaprudia goes in. There's like, I'm worried about my life. I'm glad that you're here to protect me.
Right.
But I know you can't. I know the Jedi are busy. You can't always be here. If somebody else is in trouble, you're going to yell and run off and whip out your lightsaber. And I need to be protected. So I got all these blaster holders.
Right.
Same place. I got a bargain. I'm buying 20 blasters and 20 BD-3000 Luxury Droids. And they're going to have the blasters on their hip because I got the holders. I figured it all out.
And Master Drallig just stares at Chairperson Zaprudia and is like, you're going to arm luxury droids? I don't think that's advisable. I don't think that's a good idea.
Hey, you know what? I'm a junior senator. Now, I mean, I got a couple people need to be assassinated before I'm the full senator, but I am the junior senator of Pantora. I think I know what I'm doing.
Look, I can only protect you. I can't fight a war for you. That I know.
Yeah, I know. That's like practically on your little hollow business cards. I know that.
It is. Qui-Gon got a great deal on them, and we still use them even after his death. But all right, look, you're the one in charge. I am only an advisor. If you don't want to take my advice, let's go arm these droids.
And so they do. There is a Skeezy Rodian.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, that's his name. His name is Skeezy.
Skeezy.
Skeezy the Rodian. He's like, hey, I got all your droids ready to go.
Yeah.
They got blasters, but nowhere to put them. Oh, you got holders? Great. Hey. And this Cin Drallig's gut is just roiling with force concern as this happens.
Yeah.
Gets them all fixed up, and I think maybe Cin Drallig even questions Skeezy about their reprogramming.
Yeah, how did you come into have these droids, Mr. Skeezy?
Oh, well, just a lot of things find their way down to the catacombs, and then it's just a bada boom, bada bing, tinkle, tinkle, tinkle in the brain, and then you got the different kind of droid. They're still programmed for luxury, but they're programmed for luxurious protection.
How long have you had these droids? When did you get them?
Oh, what time is it now?
It's 2:00 local time.
Yeah, like 1.
What?
Yeah,
You've had them.
Hey, look, I'm trying to snap my fingers. It's hard for Rodians to do, but that's how easy it is. I got these long things. They got the suckers on the end, so they stick together when you try to snap their fingers, but it's real easy like.
A very squishy hand there. You've had them for 1 standard hour, which is 62 Earth minutes. I don't... Chairperson, I don't. There's something about this. The Force is telling me that Skeezy's not on the up and up, which it shouldn't surprise you. You don't need the Force, I think, to not trust someone named Skeezy. But I don't know about this.
I think it's fine. I think I'll be safe. In fact, I think Master Drallig, thank you for giving me this baton and showing me how to twirl it. I feel like I'll be better in parades now.
You do need a license for that, though. Remember.
But I'll take care of that. I'm a politician. I'll take care of everything. But I feel I no longer need your services.
What? You're firing me?
I'm relieving you of your duty. You go back up there. I heard you're called the Troll. You can go back up there and go back to protecting the Jedi Temple, and I think we'll be fine. And I think at this point, one of the BD-3000 luxury droids comes forward.
Yeah.
whips out her blaster, and then also says, "Hello, would you like a back rub?
Yes.
I could really get into those tough spots with the butt of this blaster."
Really work out those nuts. I think Chairperson Zaprudia is like, well, yeah. I mean, this is like just bonus time now. Yeah, absolutely. Protect me and heal me. Saddle up, start squishing.
So I think he lies down on the floor, right in
Yeah.
the middle of the warehouse,
Yep.
right in the middle of the showroom.
Yep. He takes off his cloak. He has a cloak on. He folds
yeah.
it up. It's kind of a little pillow to lay on. But yes, he's on the ground.
And this luxury droid uses the butt of the blaster and really starts getting into there, grinding on one of the trouble spots. Oh, this is lovely.
And this is where Skeezy's like, I am out of here.
He's going to leave the showroom. And this puts Master Drallig in a bad place, right? Like, he has officially been let go, but this is the constant Jedi choice. There's clearly a right and a wrong. But I also have my duty, so do I just listen to my duty?
Yeah, he walks out. He exits, all right?
Yeah.
So his last vision is of a luxury droid on top of the Chairperson Zaprudia, just like working a knot out. And that feels so good. So he starts walking down the alleyways again, and he just, something tingles in the back of his head. Something's not right. And that's when he hears a scream of pain.
Yeah.
From Chairperson Zaprudia.
It's really, and he runs so fast. He looks so cool. His big muscles glistening through his open cloak. Yeah. And he reaches the door. He kicks it open. He does a flip. He doesn't need to do a flip, but he fights with style. So he flips into the room,
right,
and a scene of bizarre horror greets him. I believe that Chairman Zaprudia has been flipped over. There is a BD-3000 Luxury Droid on each of his limbs, kneeling, holding it down. There's another one holding his head in place. There's another one straddling him and basically grabbing his Pandoran breasts and twisting them.
Oh, yeah.
Painfully.
Painful droid nipple twisters here.
Yeah, it's the not even the whole breast.
Oh gosh,
whole breast twisting.
Please relax, relent, give up.
Yeah.
Give up.
The flesh must die, so the metal may rise, says one of them.
Ooh, that's good. That's good. Friesen Gore would later try to adapt that to his own philosophies. So Cin Drallig knows my time has come for action.
Yeah.
He ignites the green.
Yes.
And 1,000 trolls wish it had happened elsewhere.
Different kind of trolls.
Yes.
Yeah. So he ignites it and he rushes forward. I think that he has this elegant move that is so cool. It is called, this is from Form 8. A lot of people don't know about it.
Yeah.
It is the Force lightsaber windmill, where he does a cool spin. And with one hand, he's doing the force push, and the other hand, the lightsaber is going crazy. And he basically kind of spins through above him, chopping and pushing. So hands are being severed, heads are being severed. One droid is flying into another. It's just this explosion.
Yeah.
And then he totally lands, total superhero pose, one knee, fist on the ground, lightsaber up. He stands, he twirls. And it looked really cool, but he only took out about 5 of the 20.
There's 5 left. And there's a pause, right?
Yeah.
Great superhero moment. Like this,
So,
the superhero land. Chairperson Zaprudia is looking up. The lead kind of droid, we'll figure there's one kind of in charge with the programming, named Zoe.
Zoe, nice.
Z-O-E-E. Zoe. So there's a great pause, a great almost comedic pause. But then the other 14 luxury droids, because Zoe's engaged with Zaprudia, all pull out their blasters, pointed at Master Cin there, and start firing.
Yeah. And I think they say, the time of the flesh is done. True luxury is the absence of organics. Terrible, terrible.
Wow.
We don't know if Skeezy did this on purpose or it was an accident. It's easy to connect the kill wire when you don't mean to.
Yep. I think Skeezy's walking away, counting credits from Zaprudia, and not even sure. He's like, someone in a cloak showed up and said, "Here's these droids."
Yeah. So I think Drallig is doing an admirable job of blocking all those blasts. Right.
Yeah.
Right. And I think this might be a challenge for Drallig. Now, like I know he did the cool force push maneuver, but that was technically for him part of Form 8. I think Cin Drallig might have a hang up of a Jedi should be able to do almost everything with the lightsaber.
Oh, yeah.
Not like a lot of Jedi would just like use the force to pull a table in front of me and block all the shots. But a true Jedi should be able to do everything with the lightsaber.
Yeah.
So I think he's working overtime to block all those shots.
He believes it's the perfect weapon. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Elegant.
He's just he's trying to block as much as he can. I think one gets through. One bolt gets through.
Okay.
Boom, hits him in the shoulder.
Oh, Cin is singed. He's burned. Okay.
Singed.
Cin singed. Right. Okay. So I think that he tries to make the lightsaber really work for him. So I think he tries to do something crazy with the lightsaber. He does something that they don't expect. They singe him. And I think, in fact, Zoe, Zoe brings her robot luxury droid hand up and makes the stop gesture, makes the fist.
Right.
And everybody stops. And she's like, I just want you to know before we kill you that we take great pleasure in this. We still are connected to our identity. We believe luxury. We believe that every experience should be sumptuous, should be enjoyed. And we want you to know that as you dance around with your Jedi weapon, flailing about like a fool, it will be enjoyed. We are recording this. We will study this. We will set music to it. And your death will be the rallying cry for 1,000,000 freed luxury droids. And while this is happening, Drallig, he deactivates the green. He deignites the green.
Deignites.
Because he's clever.
Yes.
And he does something with it that no one sees coming. He just throws it as a hilt.
Yes.
And with such great Jedi precision, he's sitting there like a poker champion working out the angles. So it hits just as a hilt.
Right.
And just starts ricocheting through all the luxury droids.
Just the hilt itself, so it's not ignited.
Not even ignited. That's what a badass he is with a Jedi. Even the hilt is a weapon with the lightsaber.
Years later, they would call this the Drallig pinball maneuver. And all you hear in the back, you hear chairpersons and Prudy going, and the hilt, boom, 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 takes out an eye here. It knocks off an arm here.
Yeah.
Such force, a little force-induced pinball machine here. Knocks off a nose, a mouth.
Yeah.
Knocks off one of the droid breasts. Boom, knocks it off
Justice for Prudia.
Yeah. And it lands, the hilt, though, boom, suddenly a hand comes up. Zoe catches it.
Zoe catches it.
She is not fooled by this.
No. And I think that fully took out about 5 more. So I think it's down to 10.
Down to 10.
10.
Including Zoe, right?
Oh, including Zoe,
So we're
yes.
at 10 even there. Okay.
10, 9, and a leader. And I think,
That's all you need in life.
I think she ignites the blade.
Wow. This is a very key moment in history where a pure droid, not a cyborg like Grievous, a pure droid ignites the lightsaber.
A pure droid ignites it, and I think she says, you fool.
Yeah.
Skeezy, the Rhodian, accidentally downloaded all of the data he has on file, including the data of the ancient droids that serve the Jedi, that know everything there is to know about lightsabers.
Yep.
Let's see if your puny, organic brain has truly mastered all of the forms the way my mechanical brain can do in an instant.
Yeah.
She does all the poses. She does Obi-Wan's cool pose.
Yeah.
She does all the fighting poses.
Oh, yeah.
And I think she just goes, and she comes in slashing, mixing all of the forms, and sees if Cin Drallig's knowledge of lightsaber forms, if he knows them well enough to be able to dodge them all.
Yeah, and he's going through his brain. He's like, Form 1, do this. Form 2, duck now. Form 3, jump. He's rolling through the list.
Yeah.
And he thinks he gets through them all. He's okay. And there's a pause, right? And he's like, I have bested you. My knowledge of the forms allows me to fight back without even a weapon of my own, unless you count my mind. He's all really excited. He's really excited about this. And Zoe looks at him and says, but you are not aware of the ancient forms, 11 through 15.
Oh, yeah.
Starts going, things that we can't even imagine.
Yeah.
Things that are going to have to be in a Dan and Dave series of Old Republic movies.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
These are insane moves. Insane moves. And Cin, to his personal shame, because this is a ridiculous standard that he holds himself to, has to call on the Force itself. I think he starts pulling equipment to like basically over his like shields, like almost holding them to his hands with the Force, and they're constantly being chopped through. He's basically calling a shield in front of himself, and it's being slaughtered, and the lightsaber is getting ever closer to him. He feels more like nothing to stop his movement, but little singed, little bits of flesh. He ducked, but something came very close to his head. He ducks again, and he comes up away from these attacks. And I think Zoe stops for a second, twirls the blade, and steps back. And suddenly the other 9 battle droids pull up their fingers, they point, and they start laughing. They're trained, they're programmed to enjoy. I mean, that's one of the things of luxury of somebody who isn't funny getting laughs. And I think they have they're trained to laugh. They're pointing and laughing. And Drallig pulls some reflective piece of equipment, look to himself, and he looks and he sees that she has cut his hair, his long, luxurious hair, into the same style that the luxury droid has.
He now has a space bob.
He has a space bob just to mock him. That is how outclassed poor Cin Drallig is at this moment.
Yeah. And Zaprudi is like, it's not as bad as you think.
It looks okay.
It's okay.
How do you think Cin Drallig retaliates? What does he do in this moment to try to get the upper hand back?
He realizes that he may have, in his hubris over the years, his belief and faith in a weapon, that he may have kind of disconnected himself from the core of his being, the core of the Force and the Jedi itself. He drops to his knees, much like, say, Qui-Gon in Phantom Menace, waiting for to fight Maul. Drops to his knees, closes his eyes. All he hears is the laughter. Hey, Dad, seriously, you might not be that bad. And the laughter fades away into a silence. He finds peace.
Yeah, he finds total peace.
And then, all of a sudden, with the Force, Zoe starts moving forward, not with the Force, lightsaber engaged. It's like, now, my final form, the luxurious death of a Jedi.
Ooh.
And she, raises the lightsaber up like Luke Skywalker over Kylo Ren. And with that, the use of the Force, one of the other luxury droids flies uncontrollably, boom, and is a shield for Cin Drallig. And Zoe slices one of her own droids in half.
Amazing. Yes. Oh, that's beautiful. And I think that Cin Drallig so becomes in the moment of what he's doing. His eyes are closed. He stands up, and he himself begins. This is beautiful, like the most perfect 80s exercise tape ever, just moving elegantly through the forms, showing what they would be, free of a lightsaber if it was just about your body. And he, without even fully comprehending it himself, is exerting the Force over Zoe, and she is moving through those actions with the blade, cutting through those other luxury droids, and they're screaming out, "Why? I thought we were in this together. Come on, what are you doing? Jace, look at that. His form is actually quite nice. That's very look at those pecs on that guy." But they're falling one after another, falling, cutting them to just ribbons.
Yeah.
I think this is a good place, as we always do, to pause our combat. Mm-hmm. Cin has the upper hand right now.
Yeah.
But who do we think ultimately should win this battle?
It's so funny because as you pause, as we do often, and pretty much every episode, to determine the victor, I realized I don't think I ever, for 1 second, gave the luxury droids a chance to win, which is not always the best way to approach these fights, but there's something pretty definite in my mind. We have weird, creepy luxury droids and a pretty good Jedi.
Yeah.
I don't see him losing here.
No, I don't. I think that we put him through his paces where he had to learn a little bit. He had to grow a little bit. And I think unaltered luxury droids certainly have a reason to complain. We're in the mood of, this week we reviewed Last Shot. We're in the mood of droid rights.
Yep.
And droids certainly deserve more respect. And I'm sure luxury droids probably have some non-pleasant people they have to laugh at some jokes that aren't funny.
Right.
But these are murder luxury droids who are interested in luxury murder. And I think the Jedi must stop their reign of terror.
Yeah. So, do you have any thoughts?
No, go for it.
Oh, I'll start it because there's this bit of a standoff. She's just Zoe's just killed all of her own droids. Chairman Zapruti is on the ground going, "Wow, what happened there? That was crazy." So he still doesn't have a weapon, but she's staring at him. She's got the blade, and she laughs. She's like, you have made me kill my minions, but you still have me to deal with. And I have an extra level of programming that was put into my brain from Skeezy. He didn't know it. He was trying to look at some weird space videos that he probably shouldn't have. Itchy would also look later, see them in the holiday special. A virus was put in, basically. I'm going to destroy you. And she starts moving forward. And I think Cin holds out his hand with the Force, and with a whoosh of the Force, her blaster flies out of the holster.
Oh.
And into the hands of Cin Drallig.
Nice. And I think that he feels it is, much like Obi-Wan, he feels it as a savage weapon. But he also knows that anything can become elegant in the hands of a master.
Yes.
Right? So she is racing toward him, swinging that saber. And I think what he does is something that not a lot of people can do because he's such a master of technology as well. He spends so much time with lightsabers. He opens up the blaster. He refines the focus of the laser.
Wow, he's fast.
So it's even smaller. In fact, this is one of those things of like Phantom Menace. We saw they could run fast.
Right.
This is very rare that Jedi do this. He's doing this at super speed.
Super speed.
Super Jedi speed that you can only do for a while, and then it exhausts you.
Oh, yeah. If you do it for too long, you might die.
Yeah, so he's using he's putting all of his Jedi eggs in this Jedi basket.
Yeah.
He refines it to a tiny laser.
Fine point.
Elegant, specific, not clumsy or random.
Right.
As she is racing forward, he is dodging to the best as he can. He's getting just a little bit of flesh, almost like sunburn level, just carved off him. But he raises the blaster. He blasts one hinge on her faceplate. He blasts another little hinge on her faceplate. Just the little screws. Her luxury droid face falls off, and he stares. And while he's dodging, fine point blast, pew, 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 takes out the exact right wiring, so she goes back to her original programming.
Oh, wow.
Just in time as his own blade comes down to his throat. It actually makes contact and it is burning his neck.
Yeah, close shave.
Super close shave, just as he takes out that last bit of crappy, skeezy reprogramming.
Right.
And she stops.
She stops. I love it. And she looks, stares into his eyes. He's like, so close. You hear in the background, oh, wow, you're alive. And she just simply looks at him and says, how may I serve you? How may I guarantee your luxury? And he's just like, I survived.
Yes.
I did it.
He's like, life. is a luxury, says Cin Drallig.
And there's a pause after he says that great line. Then he's like, but could you fix my hair?
And I think that is certainly the end of the combat.
Yes.
I think Skeezy is just straight up arrested because we also learn that sometimes Jedi are just like cops.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Skeezy comes back.
Yeah.
Walks back in and is like counting the credits and is like, oh, you're still here. What happened?
Yeah.
Boom. You're under arrest.
And he's like, we are a mystical group of ancient philosophers and warriors, but also we have binders, and we just straight up arrest people, and you're under arrest. He slaps on the binders. Skeezy gets arrested, and I think that, in fact, this is the beginning of a great relationship
Oh, yeah.
where Cin Drallig brings Zoe back to the Jedi Temple.
Yes.
And she fixes his hair.
Oh, yeah.
He makes it look not exactly like it did before, but enough that's like, this is acceptable. He's got bangs for a little while.
He's got bangs. He cuts off the little swoops in the front.
But enough that he feels like himself.
He's only going to be partially mocked.
Only partially mocked. And yes, I think some younglings will look at him and titter, and that will be a lesson.
Master Drallig, sir, why does your hair look so stupid? Yeah.
He's like, well, sometimes we need to go through pain to find enlightenment. Yeah. And if pain is only at a level of fashion, that is acceptable.
Right.
But I think he teaches Zoe the ways of old Jedi ancient robots.
Yeah.
To be a keeper of the flame of lightsaber knowledge.
And serve alongside and serve directly the Jedi.
Yeah.
They value.
Yeah.
So it becomes a mainstay at the temple.
Yeah, and true luxury for a Jedi is it's not laughing at a joke. No. It's not back rubs. It is being at one with the galaxy, finding purpose, responsibility, and duty. And I think Zoe gets the nickname Troll 2.0 because she is Cin's true backup.
Right. Absolutely. It's a happy ending here.
It really is a surprisingly happy ending. Now, we blast the credits. Oh, it's great. But the smart people in the theaters stay for the post-credit scene, which I think is about what ultimately happens to Chairperson Zaprudia.
Yes.
Ken, what is this post-credit scene revealing the fate?
It is soon revealed over the HoloNet News Network that Chairperson Zaprudia was busted for illegal trafficking of luxury droids and was stripped of his title of junior senator from Pantora and was forced to leave the world of politics and go back home to his planet ashamed. The last thing he saw from Baron Papernodia was just that's bad stuff you did there.
Bad stuff. And on the voice of Chairman Papanodia shaming the junior senator of Pantora, that is our Databank Brawl. Thanks, Ken, as always, for going on a super ridiculous adventure with me.
That was one of the more interesting adventures we've had, and I love this show because I never know where it's going to go.
I felt the same way. Sometimes I put together fights where, like, logically, it might go in this general direction. Right. It always surprises me. But this one I put together going, I have no idea. No idea what's going to happen in this one. But it's fun to get in some good, cool Jedi fighting and some good, cool droid emancipation. Yeah, droid rights.
We created some new force powers.
That's right. That's what we're here for, to create fan fiction about force powers. And we're very grateful that you come along on the journey with us. If there are characters that you would like to see fight, by all means, please use the hashtag Databank Brawl, tweet at us, share us on Facebook, and let us know who you would like to see fight. We've got the Solo characters up. We're waiting to see the movie. And I've got some fun plans for Solo. I think we're going to do some different things to embrace all of the fun weirdos we're going to meet in Solo, a Star Wars story. Ken, where can people find you?
You can find me at Ken Napzok across all social media platforms, including Twitch, where, if they allow me, I will hunt Ewoks to the end of time.
That is great stuff. I had a great run on Ewok Hunt where I just turned off my flashlight and ran around in the dark, and I did not make it to the shuttle, but I lived.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
lived to be killed another night, probably.
Ichawaba.
Ichawaba indeed. I also like to thank Tony Thaxton for our great theme music. You can check out his Patreon. Just go to patreon.com and search for Tony Thaxton. He writes all sorts of cool Star Wars music. You can also, of course, check out our Patreon. That's at patreon.com/ForceCenter. You can find lots of Databank Brawl episodes up on YouTube. Jennifer Landa adds some fun visuals. It's not a complete animatic, but there's a lot more juicy stuff there. Or if you're the kind of person who's listening on YouTube, listening on YouTube, and you're not much of a podcast person, thanks for finding us here on YouTube as we work towards expansion. Gotta mention tpublic.com/user/ForceCenter, where you can go get our Whiskey Jedi t-shirt. If you listen to Databank Brawl, where you're wearing that or got a sticker of it, share it with us, and we will retweet it out into the world. You can also check out my podcast, Obsessed. I've always got live shows coming up. Information on all that is on my website at josephscrimshaw.com. You can also find me on Twitter and Instagram as at Joseph Scrimshaw. You can like ForceCenter on Facebook and follow us on Twitter as at ForceCenterPod. And until next time, as Luke Skywalker once said while no one was really listening to him, I care. That's it for Databank Brawl.